Hey there, guys. So this is so excited getting this animated diff stuff going on. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's one of those things that I think most people want to get going, but is also one of the most difficult things to do. I've been working with AI here for a little over a year. It's crazy to think how fast everything has moved. It's really it was about a year ago that ChatGPT really started coming out, and imagine life now without it, and Animated-Diff, all this stuff just started hitting the scene. And I will say, though, it is one of the things that has been difficult to get going, and for all the stuff that I've done, it's one of the last things that I finally kind of gotten working, and I know a lot of you are like that. So the point that I'm getting at here is I'm excited that we actually have a workflow going here. ComfyUI is not my favorite. I'm not a big ComfyUI fan, but guess what? You don't need ComfyUI because we've got some good stuff going on here that I'm going to show you how to use. So this video is going to be a two-parter. Well, not a two-part, it's going to be two things in one video. And that is, I'm going to show you how to use the Get Going Fast GUI, and you're going to be creating incredible, cool stuff within just minutes. And then I'm also going to have a little bit of an advanced tutorial just to give you a crash course on ComfyUI. Don't hyperventilate. It's okay. Take a deep breath. We're going to get through the ComfyUI stuff. And the truth of the matter is, I've got you set up so that even if you want to use the ComfyUI stuff, it's going to be easy. And then we're going to walk through step by step. Okay? Animated-Diff. Hey, there it is. All right. So before we get going, though, please do like the channel, share the video, go tell the neighbors about it. That cute girl at school, walk up to her and just say, hey. Well, maybe don't say get going fast because that might be taken wrong, but tell her about your AI stuff. I'm sure that it's going to be like really highly attractive to her. So go ahead and do that. Now, we're on the course of getting monetized here with YouTube, and that's so exciting. You guys have been part of that, which means that we can actually do more of this stuff. Okay, so one of the things they've allowed us to do is these super stickers. If you really appreciate this video and you're like wanting to say hi, you can spend $2-3 and send me a super sticker, and that puts a quarter in my pocket and is very encouraging for the work we're doing here. So go ahead and feel free to do that as well. And in the meanwhile, we're going to move on with the Animated-Diff. Yo! All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to get this GUI going. Very simple, okay? All you got, it comes with two basic models that I put in. I put in this Dream Shaper and I put in this Sushi Mix. It's for anime. Now, if you want to go ahead and add more models, I'm going to show you how to do that. Really easy to do, okay? And it will actually just show up in here. Now, I put these LoRa's in here. In case you don't know what a LoRa is, it's like, say like you're dressing up to go out for the evening, and you get all your nice clothes on, and then you put a vest on, or you put a nice hat on, right? So you're not changing the underlying structure of what you're wearing, but you're adding to it. And LoRa's, they add styles to base models. So the one that we've added here is a green screen. So basically, one of the things that we're going to find is when we're doing these videos, you'll see that the backgrounds change quite a bit. See how you can see how that's going? And so with some of this stuff, if you just want to get a consistent background, one of the things you can do is create videos with a green screen. So I've added that if you want to do it. All we got to do is put a prompt in here. Let's say Wonder Woman standing in front of a wall. Let's say stand in front of a boat that is leaving the harbor. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, you can put it in there. Your negative prompt here is the stuff you don't want in it. This is kind of my default. So I always just put malformed, deformed, elongated, multiple body parts. You know, good luck with that. Sometimes you're going to get them, but these are going to help you not get weird stuff. You just go down here, set your width, height. Now this is set real small because I'm just doing this for you, and we want to get done real quick while we're on video. But these kind of, I think this defaults at 512 and 384. which is, I think about what that is. You can put these up. Listen, I've put these up to 1024. You get incredible quality, but it takes time, okay? So I'm going to just turn this down because we just want to get something popped out. This isn't going to be high quality. It's just going to be fast. You go down here to your number of frames. So think about it. When you're doing an animation, all it is a series of still frames, right? You take, like when you're doing those old the Walt Disney and the old Mickey Mouse things, they just drew one picture, then they drew another picture, then another, and they just flip through it. So those are your frames. So what it's saying is how many frames do you want slices in there? It's of course going to take longer because you're generating more slices, but it's also going to make the animation look smoother. Same thing here with your frames per second. So after you create these frames, how many of those frames are you going to show in a 1 second period? So right now it's going to show 8. So by the time you go 1,000, 8 frames have gone through. 1,000, 2,000. Okay. So if you put a whole bunch of frames per second, again, it's going to make it smoother, but it's also going to make it more time and resource intensive. Okay. Now we got down here steps. Steps is how many times they're going to go over a picture. So imagine like you draw on something, right? And you say, well, I'm going to draw it, then I go over it again, and then I'm going to go over it again and add this. And you just keep kind of going over it and making it better. So how many times is the generator going to go over this image that you doing? Okay, it's just kind of set it default 50. That's a good default. We could turn it down here for our practice stuff. It's going to be lower quality, but it'll go faster. Okay, you can push this all the way up if you want. Now I've got about as good as you can get on a standalone 1 GPU machine. I've cranked all of this up to the very max, and it took about 45 minutes to get an image, but that's the very max. I can, at the default on here, I can get an image out in about 2 minutes. Okay, it really doesn't take that long, and when you're down like this, I can get it out within a few, just a few seconds. Okay, your CFG scale, you can, I just look at this as your reality scale. How close is it going to follow the prompt? Now, again, what's easier for me is like, I just know if it's low, it's going to look more realistic, like picture quality. If it's higher, it's going to look more like it's generated by a computer. Okay, we'll just leave that there. And then the seed, if you find a picture you like, you figure out what the seed is, you can plug it in, you'll get the same picture every time. Okay, this is the basic of how this model is going to work. Okay, before we press it, I'm going to show you how you get this one. This one is our get going fast one. So you just go to your browser, type in patreon.com/cognibuild. Okay, it's going to take you over to the Patreon site. You can hit on collections, and here under the member exclusive software, you're going to be able to find it right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is once you get access to this, you just click it, okay, and it downloads onto your computer. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so you'll see that it downloads here, and we've got it under Animated-Diff ComfyUI version 1 zip. All you got to do, this is what I would do. You can see I've already got some other video stuff here. I've got my cog video, got my pyramid flow. I'm already under a folder called video. I just create a new folder just to keep it organized, and let's call it Animated-Diff -diff. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take this file, put it in there. Now all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just extract it. So I right click it, extract it. Okay, and it's going to extract these files here. Now all you got to do is you just click on this one that says install. So let me go ahead, click this, but let me get it so that you can see what's going on. We're going to click install, and then let's go over here just a second. There we go. Okay, make it so you can see it. Okay, so this is the get going fast installer. So it says, do you want to install 7-zip? Now if you don't have 7-zip, which you probably don't, you're going to want to hit yes. What this is this is a command line unzipper, and we're going to use it to open up some model files that we need. So it's very easy install. It'll just install through your terminal window. No big deal. It might ask you, you might have to press yes or something else. Okay, so that's a little bit of an error. So it goes ahead and it asks you again. If it asks you a second time, just click no. I'll fix that. Now it says, do you want to download and install ComfyUI? Now here's the thing. If you already have ComfyUI installed, okay, you don't have to do this, okay? All you have to do is this. All you would do is you would take your install file. You'd just take these, you'd copy them over, and then you would go to where you have it installed. So let's see, I've got mine here, okay? And I would just put it, well, I won't put it there. Hold on just a second. Okay, so you would find your place where you've got your comfy stuff. You can see here, this is where all your run and stuff is. You go to the outside of that, and then you just paste it in here. If you've already got ComfyUI installed, just do it like this, and then run the install. When it says over here, do you want to download and install ComfyUI code? No, I don't need it because it's already downloaded. But we're running this out of a location where it's not installed already. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and press yes. Okay, so then you're going to see it's going to download it, and it's not a small install. Okay, this is several gigabytes. It's going to take you some time to get this going. Okay, so they're going to download, but here's what I'll do real quick, just for the sake of time. You see it, yeah, see it's 1%, 3%. Yeah, we can let it sit here for a second. We'll just let it download. And then, oh, see, I already had it archived, actually, so it downloaded fast. Okay, then it's going to head, this is where we used our Z7. So now it's going to extract it, okay? So it's unzipping it. You don't got to do it by hand. It's doing it for you. Okay, let's get over to our file structure here, okay? Okay, now it's going to go ahead, it's moving it, and it's going to start downloading models that it needs. Okay, so it's going to download your Dream Shaper, it's going to download your Dark Sushi Mix, all this kind of stuff. Now this is going to take some time. Again, these are probably like 10 gigabytes worth of models. This whole install, if you don't have ComfyUI installed, this whole install will be over 20 gigabytes. Okay, if you do already have it installed, it'll be about 7, 8, 9 gigabytes. Okay, so it's not small, but you know, it's good stuff. Okay, so just to cover that again, if you already have ComfyUI installed, all you have to do is just copy your install, copy your run, and then go to the folder where it's already installed, and then just paste it in there. See, inside this folder is where it all is. Okay, so you look for the ComfyUI folder, then go back one. This is where you would put it. Okay, if you don't have it installed already, then you just create a new folder, hit install, and you can see it's creating it all for you. Okay, and right now it's going ahead and downloading the models. Now I'm going to show you something really quick while we're waiting for this to download. Let's go back to our File Explorer, and I'm going to show you where you can get new models. Okay, this is a little bit of an advanced thing. You don't need to do this. I personally, because I care for you, I have gone and found very good models to get the best quality videos for you. But if you want to try some of your own, you want to get some hentai, you want to get some, you want to get a little risque or whatever, you can go find your right model, whatever. Or you want to find like some artsy model, go get it. It's great. This is what you do. You click here, you go into your ComfyUI folder. You're going to see something here that says models. Okay, this is where all your models, your LoRa's, everything. You can go under checkpoints. Okay, and all you'll do is you'll save it into this folder. Then when you're up here and you're running this up, it'll show up in here. You'll have to reload the whole application, but then you'll be able to use different models. But here's a trick as well, is the underlying framework. You're going to need SD1.5 models. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to civitai.com, and it's going to bring up all our different model types. Now, basically, models are like the model types, like the SD1.5 that we need. They have to do with a framework. It's like the way something's built. Okay, so you got like different types of cars. A Toyota piece ain't going to work with a Honda piece, and Nissan ain't going to work with a Tesla or whatever. Okay, and so SD1.5 is a little bit of an older model type, but you can get good stuff. And anyways, regardless, we're going to need it. And I've what we do is we go to civitai.com, and all you got to really do is just type SD15. Okay, you're going to see like a bunch of stuff starts to pop up. Okay, we can click view more results, and it's going to bring up a bunch of different stuff. Now there's obviously a lot of anime and hentai type stuff on here. What we can do is over here on the left, we'll just click SD 1.5. It's going to go ahead and what do you call it? It's going to group them all or whatever. It's going to filter them. And then what we can do is we can click on what's called a checkpoint. We only want checkpoint models. So then we can go down here and we can find these ones that say checkpoint. We can find different styles that we want. Maybe we want this Atomics 1.5. We like that. Or maybe we like the way that one looks. Or maybe you like the way this anime thing looks. And all you're going to do is you're going to click on them. Okay. And then let's say we want this Every Dream version. We just like the way this one works. Okay, so we click and say, yeah, okay, that's cool. We just click the download button, and then it would go to, we would choose the file directory that it goes to, and we would put it in here. Let me find, you'd find your Comfy folder. Okay, you click on your models, click on your checkpoints, and you would just save it in there. Okay, and then next time you load up your models, it's going to bring up that as well. So then when you go back to here, sorry, I'm kind of bouncing around here trying to figure out where I've got my screen all messed up. Then the next time you go here, you would see that it pops into this area here, and you can see since the last time we talked, I added a few to play with this, and there it goes. So that's how we're basically done here. We're just waiting for this to finish installing. Okay, I'm going to exit this just for the sake of time, and let's go to an install that I already have done. We'll just pretend it's done. Okay, so let's hold on just one sec. Okay, so once it's done installing and it's done the models, it's done all that, you're going to go here and you're going to find this. So you're going to, I've got these out here, but you're going to find one that says ComfyUI Windows Portable. You're going to click into that. Here's your main folder, ComfyUI. Now here's the thing, with the GUI, you do not need to run the ComfyUI server. All you got to do is click this button, Run Animated-Diff. Okay? Let me find it. Oh hell, where'd it go? Hold on, there it goes. That's all you got to do. And this is a standalone thing. What I did is I took a workflow from ComfyUI and I turned it into a Python thing. So to run this, okay, let's go ahead and, by the way, let's go ahead and click generate on here. To do that, all you have to do is go to your File Explorer after the install and click on Run Animated-Diff. That's it. You're done. Okay? It'll load up. You'll just click. It'll show you an address. You just click on the address, load it up. It's going to bring it up here. Okay? Let's see how long this is going to take to oh, look, this is almost done. Here, and there you go. So there we go. This is, now remember, this ain't the greatest quality, but we turned everything way down. Actually, I was playing with this here a second ago. But we had this turned way down. We had the steps turned down to 30, did this and that. Now look at that. There she is. There's the boats. We're going to hit play, and there she is. She looked a little bit busty. Nice legs. Yo. Now you can imagine if you put this up, the height and the width up, you're going to get a lot better thing. 512 384 is a good solid image there. Okay, this, we used our anime one. We could done it under Dream Shaper. Okay, get a more realistic one. Okay, you could turn your steps back up to 50. You know, turn your frames back up to 50. Whatever you want. Now, the key to this really is that you just get to play with it until you find something that works good for you. Okay, if it's not working good, it's taking too long, close it down. Okay, restart it. Hold on, I lost my window there. You know, to close it down, all you got to do is go back to your command prompt and close the window. That's it. Just close it out, reload it. Right? You go back to your File Explorer, And then, well, that's not it, but you go back and reload it. Okay, so that is really easy, guys. You can be making stuff right out of the box, easy peasy. Okay, and you just get that from going over to the Patreon site. Okay, and you can get that there. Okay, it's free for members, or you can just buy it as a one-time thing. Again, I was playing around with Animated-Diff for a long time and could not get it. I'm very pleased to finally get this working. Okay, next what we're going to do though is we're going to pop into the actual ComfyUI workflow itself. So let me make sure that my face is out of here so you can see what's going on. We're just going to go small. Now this is going to be for advanced users over here. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to be able to create images. So how ComfyUI works is you start with a box, okay? And you see these lines, they run from one thing to another. So this runs to here, these things run to here, which runs to here, which runs to here, which goes to the out. Okay, in the midst of all of this, we've got all this other stuff that's in play. So while this is all running to here, you've got these other things that are running into there too, okay? And it looks very confusing when you start playing with these things, because it is very confusing. But again, I've simplified this, and I'm going to teach you how to use all of these. Okay, so let's take a quick break, wipe your brow, get ready to go, and we're going to be right back with how to use the ComfyUI. Okay, we're back, and you know what? There's so much to cover with the ComfyUI workflow. I mean, we're going to be dealing with control net stuff. We're going to be dealing with creating videos, creating depth maps. I'm going to teach you guys so much stuff on how to use this that, you know what, I think I am going to break it into a second video. So go ahead and be watching the site, because I'm going to upload one, then I'm going to upload the t'other. So if you see this one, the other one's right in there for you. And I am going to tell you, both of these come together. I've packaged these both together. So if you get the GUI, you get in the workflow as well. And it is quite satisfying, honestly, when you kind of figure this stuff out a little bit, playing with it. But it's not for the faint of heart, okay? But that's also why we have our GUI, so we can create beautiful stuff like this. Very cool. So, all right. With that, I'm going to figure out where my button is, and we're going to leave you there. We will be back. You won't even miss us. You're going to get done with this video, and you'll feel like, oh my God, it's over. But it ain't, because just rock on to the next one. I'm right there waiting for you. So we'll catch up with you. You stay good in the meanwhile, and we'll be right back. See you.